Hello, everybody, and welcome to this Xbox Life, episode 463, Games of 2017. I'm one of your hosts, Brun BJ Swick 33, and with me, of course, the best two guys ever, Rob, also known as Presar,
Hey, what's up? Hello.
and Mark, also known as Wingman 709.
Hey, greetings. Merry Christmas, everybody. Love the lights there, Bron.
Oh, thank you. Yep, figured festive, throw some holiday cheer, Christmas cheer out there. So,
Yo ho ho.
yep. But so we got Games of 2017. We mentioned it, I think, 2 weeks ago because I was out last week. Hey, thanks Wingman79 for subbing for 4 months in a row.
Yay!
Yeah, so we mentioned a couple weeks ago because I was out last week that we were gonna do our games of the year or picks of the year and stuff like that this week because we're going to be out, next week because it is Christmas Eve. And so we're taking like a week off, but so everybody's ready and got their games down, and we all knew what Rob was going to pick. No surprise, but good show last week, by the way, guys.
Why you gotta single me out, man? Why you gotta be like that?
I don't know. Have to. So, but yeah, good show. I listened to it again. Now I feel like anytime I'm not in the show, if I don't listen to it, I'm gonna get harassed when I get when I'm on the show.
Yes, you will.
I did feel bad because I missed some of the Destiny talk and stuff like that. Was it Destiny you guys were talking about? I think so.
I don't think so.
It wasn't Destiny? I thought you guys had
Last
mentioned.
week?
Yeah.
Oh, we were talking about. Oh,
It was
yeah,
it was a new
part of
story.
their the whole, everybody upset at them over the loot,
Yeah.
lack of content, and
Yeah.
So, everybody seems to be mad at everybody right now.
Well, yeah.
Gamers are mad as a general with every organization out there. It seems like so.
Yeah. I kind of laughed because I did find a pretty funny video online where it was just like, EA's done it and Bungie's done it like the last 3 updates that they've done. It's like the same apology letter, like the
Yeah.
we've listened to our community and we're really sorry, but it seems like we've made a mistake. And it's just like, how many times are you gonna let? It's like a format they got.
Yep.
It's like, put reason you screwed up this release here because you're doing this and that. But yeah, all right. So announcement: we're live every Sunday evening, 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/thisXboxLife. So you can catch us live right now like you are, or you can listen to the show on anywhere a couple days after this show's over. Rob puts the audio together, and you can listen to it on your favorite iTunes or wherever you like to download your podcasts from. So, but what have we been playing, guys? Rob, what'd you play?
Yep.
Ooh.
So I'll start off.
Oh yeah.
So, okay. So I played a whole ton of Skyforce Reloaded. I'm totally hooked on this game. Just keep replaying the same levels over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And it's great fun. Great fun. Does not get old. And I did fire up PUBG on the Xbox. My game lasted 10 minutes, and then I turned the Xbox off.
Okay.
And let me explain this. So I was very excited to try it.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's early. It's not finished per se, right? Because it's in preview. And there was some funkiness in the lobby. And the lobby is the one where everybody's waiting. That's what I'm calling the lobby.
Yes. Yep.
So there's a lot of glitching in there. Yes. And then play some PUBG. So there's a lot of weird graphic stuff in there. And I'm like, okay, fine, no problem. It really reminded me of watching my son play Roblox, because when you start some of these games, people are kind of waiting in a lobby like that, and then the game starts. So It was kind of like a more realistic Roblox in some respects. But anyway, so I got onto the island, and I was a little nervous, I guess, because I didn't know, this is the first time I played this game, right? And I really didn't know what to do. I found some buildings which I thought were secluded. And so I went through there, right? I went through there and I found a ton of really good stuff.
Okay.
And I was watching the counter go down, and it went down to like, I think 50 or 60 players left. And I was just kind of like rooting around, finding new stuff. And I got an awesome machine gun and some other stuff. And then I hit a huge problem. I didn't know what the heck to do with any of the stuff.
Right.
So now I'm hearing footsteps upstairs. I'm in this building. I'm hearing footsteps upstairs. And I'm like, okay, I need to get my machine gun. And then I look, I've got like no ammunition.
Okay.
I go to this other gun, I've got no ammunition. I didn't know how to like arm. I guess you really need to know what to do in this game before you go in, because to me, it was not intuitive at all. I mean,
No,
there
it's
is
not.
no, yeah, there is nothing that tells you what you need to do. Because in most games, when you go in, at least the finished games, at least when you go in, they tell you, hit this button to switch weapons, hit this to pull up your inventory, hit this. And I mean, I'm sitting there and I'm like just trying stuff. And then I pull up like this inventory and I'm like going back and forth. I'm hitting buttons. It doesn't make sense. I, Needless to say, finally, this dude shows up and he opens the room, the door to the room. He's got his back to me. And I'm like, if I had a gun that I could actually shoot with, this guy would be dead. So then I just like went up to him. I'm like, I'm hitting buttons to see if I can like melee hit him or something in the back. And he turns around, boom, I'm dead. And I'm like, screw this game. I am not playing this until I figure out what I need to do, until at least I get like a little bit of a clue as to what I'm doing with this game. It's just, I was like so upset with this game.
So
It's so stupid.
So
Yes.
welcome to the same first round everybody else has had in PUBG. And even
That's
like I had the
stupid.
same. Now of course I didn't have the same, for the Xbox version because I've been playing the PC version for months. But my first PC, round was just like that. And I don't know if they'll ever build in tooltips or, hints and tricks and tips type of thing, because, even on the PC side, it's not officially released. But as of right now, I'd assume no, because there is only one rule in that entire game. That's to be the last person alive. So, but there's a ton of stuff that, you can pick up, or that you pick up on. And even myself, I learned my stuff by playing with like Soul Assassin. Everybody remembers Soul Assassin. He's the one that put me through PUBG at the very beginning. And I'm starting to, I've done that with a couple people. I played with some people from our community, and on PC, I've even done that with a couple people. Because, playing the, over the weekend, there's Gib was in there, and Gunny was in there. And, we lost Mark. Oh boy. So, we're going to continue. I'll fix the screen here in a second.
I'll be back.
Is that what he says?
No, that's what I'm saying about him.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I can fix this to where I get you up there and only you. I don't think I can. Oh, I'm messing it up now. All right, so playing with Gunny and a couple other people, and the thing is like, you'll go in, you'll see a shotgun and a handgun, right? Oh, there he comes. There he is. So you'll pick up. Oh, hold on, he's hiccuping there.
There.
Yeah, one second. So he's not moving, but well, let's continue real quick. So what it is, I don't know if that's me talking or I hear myself talking.
I hear you.
Yeah, but I'm hearing myself now. I don't know if that's coming through Mark's thing. Oh, there he is. Okay.
You guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on my end.
Okay. So back to what I was saying. With the guys, helping before, you walk into a room and you see a shotgun and a handgun. Don't pick up the handgun. There's no reason to put the handgun. You just go straight for the shotgun. So it's, hearing people's like, my inventory's full. I got, shotgun shells and all these attachments for other guns and stuff like that. You have to know, like, if you're landing in a secluded area, like you were saying, in a secluded building, and you know you have time to loot, I don't even pick up anything unless it's an assault rifle or a sniper rifle. The only time I'll want to pick up something is if somebody's nearby. So if somebody's near me or something, like, yes, I'll pick up a handgun if it's the first thing I come across. I'm really wanting a shotgun if I'm in a hurry to grab something. But it's all stuff you have to learn. You have to learn, like, what to dump off, because after you're fully kitted, so, you got your level 2 or higher backpack and a level 2 or higher vest, level 2 or higher helmet, and then you got yourself an assault rifle and maybe yourself a sniper rifle. Like, you just want the attachment for those. Once you're getting down to the last couple rounds of the circle, getting smaller and smaller, you're down to 20-something guys or less. You should, anything in your, backpack at that time should be health and ammo. And that's about it, because you got what you needed. Like, when to say when, basically. And I've been in rounds where it's just like, I've had one gun and people's like, all right, how are we? I was like, I've already come to the fact that I'm playing the rest of this round with a scar, and that's all I'm getting, So there'll be times like that. But that's the thing is Rob, is what you experience is the same thing you're going to experience with everybody else. And I played the game as well, but I'll let you finish unless you had anything else as far as what you're playing. But don't give up on it now.
No,
So
I haven't given up on it. It just I'm not going to play until I know how to manage my inventory. Like, I couldn't even figure out how to dump stuff.
ooh,
You know what I mean? It's like, it wasn't apparent to me like how I could drop something. I mean, I had the stuff on the left and there's like the stuff on the right, and at this point I don't even remember what they were.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I think one was inventory, one was what you were holding or something,
Far
or like backpack, and
far left's what's on the ground. Second row is what's in your backpack, and then you have the sections where you have to put the your attachments and the guns and stuff. It's there. The inventory. Yeah, that's going to need some work. Yeah, the inventory. I knew that was going to be a struggle. Was how they're going to deal with inventory, and also, like, personally, my experience with it is rough. The game is really, really rough. To the point where, a couple other people I know that were playing it were just like, I'm requesting my money back. This game's junk. And I'm just like, hey, it's early access. Like, no, it's not even early access. It's completely broken. And my answer to that is no, it's not.
it's not broken.
It's not broken. But I do. My advice to them was, I remember basically the version we're playing on Xbox. I almost remember that version on PC, and it was rough on PC too. I mean, it was like playing it. I'm like, oh boy, I almost got to the point where I was just like, I remember it being like this. And the only thing I can say is, hey, good news is they made it a lot better on PC, so they'll probably be making it a lot better on the Xbox as well. But it was laggy. The graphics pop in, when you're parachuting. I'm looking for the buildings, and they didn't pop into like almost to the ground, so I didn't know exactly what I was trying to hit. And the inventory is crappy. The button configuration is really, really rough. Even with an Elite controller, I still had some issues trying to do things quickly. And the one thing I think that they're absolutely going to need to put in is they're going to put in some sort of aim assist, even if it's just a little bit, because people are just driving around in vehicles and they're not taking cover like you have to in PC. Like, people are just like running out in the middle of the field. They're like, well, why are you running in the middle of the field? Like, because all I got to do is jump and nobody's going to be able to shoot me because you can't get the cursor on the person to shoot them, and things like that. And your first experience on the Xbox, well, my first experience was I finished second in a solo. That was my very first game on Xbox. And the only reason why I lost is because I actually died to the zone. There was 3 guys in the circle. I watched the guy in third place get up, and I was trying to shoot him for like at least 8 to 10 seconds, just missing him because he was just jumping left and right. And I eventually killed him, and then the zone killed me because at the end, the zone just chunks off a major part of, your health at that time. So the guy who won because I shot the other guy and then I died to the zone. Like, he didn't even have to do anything. He just sat there. So, but they have to bring in something in there. But I don't know what their schedule. Have you guys seen anything on the schedule? How they're supposed to update that? Like, because I've heard nothing. I mean, I know it just came out, but I don't know if they're going to do like something next month or whatever, because it is, in my opinion, playing the game as long as I've played it, it's in a rough state. I was kind of hoping it'd be a little bit better than what it is when they released it on Xbox, but if they wanted that, they wouldn't have released it. So it just wouldn't have came out this year.
I bet they're gonna have like a little bit of a hurried update period. At least not right now, because I mean, I think it's gonna be slow with the holidays.
Yeah.
But in January, I bet there's gonna be a bunch of updates that might fix some of the more problematic issues.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so, because I know people, once you get the hang of it, and it's almost like maybe I should have tomorrow might be a good time. People who want to learn PUBG or have any questions or whatever, like, I'll play rounds and explain the stuff that I've learned. I'm not all-star PUBG player or anything, but I can at least teach you what I've learned playing on PC. Because at least on PC, I'm on a group that we get chicken dinners like 3 in a row, wins and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it was a rough one.
Yeah.
But did you play anything else?
There was a couple other things, but I mean, nothing worth mentioning.
Okay. Because other than PUBG for me on Xbox and PC, I played Sea of Thieves. So I don't know exactly what we're allowed to say. We're not allowed to say much,
Nothing.
are we? Yeah.
Nothing.
I mean, I know people on IGN said they've played it at like E3 and stuff, and they said they had fun with it. So I had fun with it. So, but that's all I played.
I can't say the same.
Yeah. I read your thing. I wanted to get you in there with like me and Mojo, because we were together playing and having a good time. And actually, I think even Mojo stated that the version that we're playing this weekend is even different than the ones he's played before, because before, like, he had a bunch of stuff to do, and in this one you actually had to go get the stuff to do from like the vendor people and stuff. You had to go, and I first started out with like a $0 quest and went and dug up a treasure or something like that. So, but yeah, that's all I had. So, Mark, what'd you play?
What did I play? I played PUBG on the Xbox. I don't understand all the hate. I guess I'm not surprised. We're just stupid. But I'm surprised that the Xbox version is getting so much hate. Yeah, it's chunky, it's slow. It's a preview. This is the first release on the Xbox. This is not going to be the same release that's on the PC that's been out there for almost a whole year. That's going retail release or full on release this week.
Yep.
So and originally the PC version came out in March, so they had 9 months. So where the Xbox version is, the PC version was actually worse than where the Xbox version is when it first came out. And it's like everybody's like just criticizing and knocking it. It's like it's actually pretty good shape. It's playable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, Rob, your experience is normal. I do hope they put in a tutorial. Would be really nice to explain, because it is not so easy to understand. I think it's harder to figure out on the Xbox than it was on the PC on what to do.
Well, and plus, when you're figuring it out, like in my situation,
You're getting
it
killed.
was under a period of duress. So
Well,
you're
yeah,
so you're
it's right.
panicking and you're just hitting stuff, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that you can't like figure it out or get an opportunity to look at the controls or know what you're supposed to do until you're in game is ridiculous. But I'm hoping that they do put out an actual tutorial. But if they don't, I'm going to be pretty sad by that. But the game is fun. It is intense. I was playing with some guys the other day, and I had gotten killed early. Imagine that. I think I've gotten one kill in the game. But we got down to the one guy on our team was still alive, and he took out a whole bunch of other people. It got down to 1-on-1, and he was in a building. He'd taken out like 5 dudes from this building, and the blue zone came in, and he was upstairs, and he had to run through it to get downstairs, and he died before he got down the stairs and out of the blue zone. So he got to number 2, and I think he may have won it. We might have got a chicken dinner, but if it wasn't for the little zone coming in and trapping him up in the building. But I remember telling him, I'm like, I was watching and we're all talking, and I was like, dude, my heart is pounding right now. I'm not even playing. I'm just watching, and I'm like, just like, I felt like so intense. And I think that's really what this game's all about. It is very intense. I played with some randoms the other day, and actually they actually sent me they asked if I had a mic. I said yes, so they invited me to the party, and I ended up playing several games with these guys, and then they were really cool. I don't even know, I actually friended them all, and a couple friended me back. But I had a really good time with them. And the first game, I was trying to like figure out like, okay, where are we going? Well, they bailed like right away. I was almost across the map before I realized that they had bailed out. So I'm like trying to fly all the way back. Ended up landing, and basically had to run half of the map to get to where they were. And it was intense because I was like, I'm by myself in a squad game, and I got to run half of the map to get to these guys. I'm like, I'll never make it, but I'm like, I'm gonna try. And I actually made it and got there, and the guys were like, Wingman's here! Oh my gosh, dude! And it was funny because like as we were, they were up like in this area where no one else went to, so they just like scavenged it clean, right? So then they get there and they're like, "What do you got?" And I'm like, "A smoke grenade." Like, that's all I got, man. I was just running the whole time.
A rotini
and they like
noodle.
they started dropping weapons for me and stuff, and then.
Uh-oh.
There he goes again.
Yep. Must be having internet issues. Yep. This is going to make for an interesting...
I'm on the edge of my seat here. Both to see if he's going to come back and to hear the rest of his story.
Nope. There he went.
And there he goes.
So, Rob.
Yes.
How's it going?
Oh, pretty good. Did I tell you I played PUBG?
Yeah, you did.
And I had this fantastic experience.
Yeah.
No.
The other thing is while we're waiting on them to come back, a lot of the stuff coming from people was all on the first day too. Like, I had some lagginess in my games.
Yeah.
But you know how many people were waiting for this game to come out on Xbox? It comes out on Xbox, and you're what, expecting it to run, like perfect on the first day? So it's one of those
Yeah.
things, like, you got to give it some time. And the other thing is so people can hear who's listening while we're waiting on Mark, is Xbox did release screen caps of all the controls.
Yes.
I don't know if you've seen that or not. Like,
Yeah,
I
I
had
did.
those open up on another thing so I could look, and I kind of went through those before I jumped in and started playing. And that was just for the controls. Like I said, like, I know when I'm going in, I know where I want to jump. I know where good loot places are, and that's all because of my experience on the PC version. So, but
Yeah, I mean, I remember that, but I didn't think it would be quite as important. Mark's PC crashed.
yeah, I
Looks
saw
like.
that. PC crashed. So,
So anyway, maybe we should we continue here
yeah, let's
until he comes
move forward.
back?
Yep. So, everybody already knows, if you go to thisxboxlife.com/Patreon, you can become a patron of the show. Also, thisxboxlife.com/donate if you'd like to do those one-off donations or contribute to the show and help us keep the lights on. So, Anonymous tipped us last at $5, but Drano is leading the pack with 40 himself. So that is easy way to tip. And also, of course, we are affiliated with Twitch now, so you are capable to sub to us right above the probably around the OSU, right above the high state symbol, right up here. There's a sub button, and also we get bits, and I think our top cheer tipper is Cornbread as of right now. So that is that. So Mark, how you doing? You back? PC's up and running.
Dude.
So
I'm really frustrated.
No. Well, we kind of push
Hopefully
forward.
you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you. We kind of push
Okay.
forward, but we'll let you finish what you've been playing if you want. I can back up the.
Yeah, as long as
here.
I've got a connection here.
Yep. Go ahead.
So, anyways, what I wanted to say was I got over to those guys and they're like, okay, let's head on out. And it was funny. They're like, yeah, we're down to like 50 people and we haven't done anything yet. And one of the guys was like, what are you talking about? Wingman has seen battle. He ran through it to get here. So it was funny. They were just, it was a really fun game. Those guys were pretty comical. I also played Battlefront 2, the very, very, very short free DLC for the storyline came out. I think it was, if I was lucky, it was 90 minutes long. And that's watching cutscenes. So it was really short on gameplay. I guess you could say, well, what do you expect? It was free. Yeah, it was free.
Yeah.
So, and I haven't played. There's two new heroes, Captain Phasma and Finn, are both available to play in the multiplayer. I haven't played as either one of them yet, but I did play that this week. Been played some more Lies of Astaroth. It's a card game. It's a free-to-play game on the Xbox. It's getting a little frustrating. I don't know what to do. This game is so kind of annoying. Played a lot more Forza 7 this week. I actually completed the Forza. I got the Forza trophy. So I've got like the trophy in every driving series. So now, oh man, so there's these in each of the little driving series. I think there's 7 different race categories that you can get a trophy in, 6 or 7, something like that. And so in each one of the groups of races, there's I forgot what they're called. Like scenarios or challenges or like a single race, and when you complete it, you like win the car. You can't use any mods or anything in these particular showcases. They're called showcases. And so I did 2 of them this week that were called endurances. The first one was like an hour and a half.
Ooh, okay.
Because it was, I think it was an hour and a half. It was like 8 laps around Nürburgring.
Oh.
Which is a 16 mile track.
Yeah.
So you guys that have played Forza and you guys know what Nürburgring is. It's brutal, and so yeah, that took a while. And then I did another one that took me 3 hours to complete. It was like
Oh
81
wow.
laps. Dude, by the time I was done, like my eyes, like I couldn't focus anymore. Everything was fuzzy. I was kind of squinting to try to see. I was fighting people. I got in first place. Um, well, I'd done a few laps and like I couldn't get into first place, and I was like, it looked like I was just falling behind. So I did like 3 laps. I was like, I'm gonna restart. So I restarted it and fought my way into first place right on on the first lap. I was pretty aggressive and got right into first. And then I held that spot for 81 laps, and it was hard because lots of turns they would get in front of me, and I'd get back in front of them on the next turn, and it was a battle, and it took 3 hours. I
Wow.
posted a picture, and you can see like even someone commented today, yeah, and there was people right on your butt when you see the final times, like they were right there, and it was that way the entire time for the 3 hours. By the time it was done, I was exhausted. I was tired. Like my eyes hurt. I was like, oh, this is terrible. And there's like one more endurance race in that group of showcases. And it's like, I don't know if I can do it.
Mhm.
It's that's a long time, but I did that. I did play some of the Back to the Future game today. I did not realize it was a Telltale game. As soon as it booted up, I was like, ah, crap. But it's not. It looks to not be like all the other games that they've done. So far, this seems to be pretty interesting. More of an adventure game. So I'm playing it. It was free. It's available now. Available for the next month or whatever, a couple weeks, 2 weeks, I think. But so if you haven't played it, check it out. If you love Back to the Future, I think you'll probably enjoy the game. And then I said earlier, I did play some Sea of Thieves, but yeah, I can't say anything about it. Well, I'll put it this way. At this point, there's no way I would put $60.
Yeah,
I
we'll
wouldn't
have
put
to
$5 into it.
we'll have to get in. We'll have to get into it before Wednesday because we're open till it's open till Wednesday.
Yes, we do, because
Get a better idea.
let me just say my experience was I was by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like no one was around. So I was like, well, let me just do this single thing. And I couldn't do anything. Like there was a ship there, but I couldn't get on it, you know. So I was just walking around the little island, and I'm like, I didn't know what to do. There was like nothing I could do,
Yeah.
but get drunk. I got drunk. Oh boy, have you done that yet, Ron?
Yeah, that was took
Whoa.
way too long.
Yes, took way
So
too long to recover.
yep, way too long. But yeah,
But
so.
I do need to get in with some people that can explain this and maybe go have some fun. I got to do nothing but walk around this island, so
Yeah.
I could not figure out what to do. I mean, there was all these shops, and I had no money. I couldn't buy anything in the shops, and all I could do was get drunk.
Yeah.
But it's like it's the only thing I could found to do, and I was walking all over that little island, so I don't know. So
Yeah.
I don't have really a fair opinion of it, but there again, and it was like what Rob was talking about PUBG. There was nothing to tell you what to do. I'm like, what am
Yeah.
I supposed to do? So that was kind of frustrating. So, but yeah, if anybody wants to play later tonight after we're done, just listening, hit me up. I'll be happy to play some tonight.
Yeah. If we
That's it.
if we finish quickly, maybe I'll pop in there with you after the show and get you started.
Okay.
So, all right. So, moving forward, back to Roundtable. So, Pinball Effects. Who plays that game anyways? Just kidding. So, what do you got here? Wing, you're the pinball guy.
Oh yeah, this was so Pinball Effects, I guess they've been around for 10 years, so they released a free pinball pack this week. It contains 2 tables. It's only free until the 19th. So you got 2 more days to get this. After that, you're going to have to pay for it. It includes a table called the pack's called Carnivals and Legends. and there's like this carnival themed pack, which I think that's the coolest table I've ever played in this game. I love it. It is a lot of fun. Like your ball will go through like roller coaster loops and stuff, and it's really neat. The other one is what is it, like a Hercules, or I think it's Hercules.
Legends is the name.
What's it called? What's it, Legends?
It's Carnivals and Legends, right? Isn't that?
Yeah, but I think
Oh,
they don't. I think there's the tables have a different names. That's
Oh,
just
I
a
see.
pack. I thought I could be completely wrong, but anyways, that one was, I didn't care for that one at all. It was one of those really close up, like, I don't know. It's just a different design. It's a type of design table I don't like. Am I locked up again?
Nope, you're good.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm probably gonna be, because everything is gone.
Uh-oh.
Did you lose me now?
Nope, still there.
I have completely black screen. I don't know what's going on. Now I'm back. Sorry guys, I'm just having major computer problems. I got nothing on here running, so oh jeez.
Yeah, so
Anyways.
the two table names are Adventureland and Son of Zeus.
Yeah, Son of Zeus. Yeah, which I think is Hercules. So
Yes.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, Son of Zeus is Hercules. So all right.
I don't know if you can hear me still,
Yep.
but
Yep, we still hear you. So I see you. So Ghost Recon Wildlands is getting Predator. So I've heard people talking about this. I thought it was kind of funny that they're putting Predator in the game, but if you weren't aware of that, I believe that's a free download too, right? It's free. It's a free update.
I believe so.
Why wouldn't you start playing ads right when I open up the website? So, yeah. I believe it is a free update. So,
but it's in the PvP mode, I believe.
Right.
So
I think it's
that
a
kind
one.
of stinks.
Isn't it like a one versus? Is it going to be like one predator trying to hunt down everybody else?
I don't exactly know. I have not had a chance to find out yet. I didn't get a chance to read this article, and I'm afraid to open it at the moment.
Yeah.
Skype is completely white. I got no Skype window for the moment, so I think Skype's what's causing my problems tonight.
Yeah, we see you.
Yep.
Okay.
So
I'm not going to touch a thing here and hope it stays running.
Okay. So well, the meat, let's say, of our show this week is for games of 2017. So we all kind of listed our favorite games in certain genres and also our game of the year. So let's start tackling that and going down. So first up, we have best action game. We have a variety of answers here, which is really interesting. But I'll let you guys go first because maybe mine's controversial on what I picked for my best action game. So,
well,
so the one
really, but whatever, I guess.
The one big thing is we only choose games and put a game in a category that we've actually played. So best action game for me was a game that wasn't on Xbox.
Yeah, we should have said you had to. It had to be an Xbox game.
So, but I picked Horizon.
That cut out Rob too because he only plays mobile games. So
yeah. So, but I picked Horizon Zero Dawn. I mean, it's the only really action game that I played this year because I didn't get to play the new Dishonored or anything like that because I probably would have picked Dishonored because I love Dishonored, and I also didn't play any of the other action games this year. So, but what do you got, Mark?
Okay, there's my screen is back. I've got Path of Exile. My screens keep going blank. So Path of Exile, I put the bonus is it's a free to play game, and it's very much Diablo like style of game, but it looks great. They've got new updates coming to it. Hours and hours of fun. Free.
Cool. All right. And your screen has gone away, but I think we can still hear you. But Rob, what do you got for best action?
So best
you are.
action game, I was very conflicted on this one between two titles that you guys can easily guess, but I chose Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus.
Let me guess. Over Dishonored, Path of
Yes,
Death of the
that's
Outsider.
right.
That's what I thought.
That's right. That's my honorable mention.
All right. So best RPG, I was the only one that had anything listed here. Now I haven't played the whole game, but I have played, some of the game. And so for my best RPG, I picked South Park: The Fractured But Whole. So
See, I wouldn't have guessed that one would have been an RPG.
it's got RPG elements.
Yeah.
It's a role-playing game.
Yep. No, it's, just
it's a turn-based.
First impressions,
Yeah. Turn-based RPG. So but yeah.
Okay.
You didn't have anything for best RPG, and Mark didn't as well.
Yeah.
So best family game. Do you have a best family game?
I originally had Overcooked in here, but I realized it was a 2016 release. So I don't have a release here because I didn't play Cuphead or some of those other ones.
Yeah, so for my best family game, I put Cuphead as a family game for this category because my son and I played it, and I had a blast, and it was great.
Really? You weren't frustrated? Insanely frustrated?
Well, the thing is, I knew what I was getting into.
Yeah.
And the thing is when he's having fun, and has a smile on his face and everything as we're playing, then I'm having fun as well. I could care less that I died 1,000 times because, we'll get to the end and we would die and he'd be like, oh, so close. And he's like, let's do it again. So we would do it again. But,
yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I was waiting to see if Mark's going to make it back on this time.
Maybe we should just keep going.
Yep. All right. Let me move down.
So next up is best strategy game.
Yeah, so to me, there was only one strategy game that came out this year.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which was Halo Wars 2, which would have been the one I picked anyways because the game is awesome. So
yeah,
had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, this would have been my pick as well, but I did not play it. So,
yeah. Well, then how would you know it'd be your pick if you never played it? So
because I know Halo Wars 2 rocks.
Yeah. So best driving game, I did not get our best sports / driving game. I didn't really play any sports games this year. Usually I play NHL, but I really didn't dive into it this year at all. And I didn't get Forza 7, so I wasn't in for any driving games. But what do you got?
There was only one option here, really, and that was Forza 7.
Okay.
Too bad there wasn't a Horizon game this year. I guess we'll have to wait till next year for that.
Yeah. Let me correct the view here of yourself so I can get you full screen because I don't think he might not be back. Editing on the fly. There we go.
Okay, so next up is best shooter.
Oh, he did do it to me. Mark did it to me. So, all right, he's coming back now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. You're loud and clear.
Yeah, I'm gonna blow my computer up. I'm on my Surface now, so
Right.
sorry.
I'm trying
It's like
to
you're
find...
traveling.
Dude, I'm so angry right now. I don't even know if you see me. Sorry.
Nope, we see your icon. So now we see you. Hey, there you are. Sorry, I'm re-editing on the fly.
Sorry.
Yep, you're all right. So
Pain I'm feeling right now. Anger I'm feeling right now.
all right.
I've never bought a computer.
So we moved forward, but let's take a step back real quick and catch up. So you didn't have best RPG. What'd you have for your family game, Mark? That was where we left off before we left.
You're gonna have to give me a moment. I'm like,
Okay.
I'm not having. I have no mouse. So bear with me. It's gonna take me a moment to get to. I can't get this off the screen. There we go. All right, can you still hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I'm trying to remember family game. What did I have? Well, why don't you tell me? You guys
Okay,
can see it.
you had Infinity Mini Golf.
Okay, yeah, Infinite Mini Golf. So,
Oh, Infinite. Sorry.
it's a fun little game, and kids enjoy it, and you can go out. And what I really liked, like one of the main levels, I think it's called the Giant Home. It looks like some kid's bedroom, like some 10-year-old boy's bedroom, and it's just neat, the props and stuff that are in the game. It's just really neat, and it's fun. Like the whole family can play, and you can play like up to 4 people in a tournament, so everybody can have a controller and they can all play through it. So fun game.
All right. Yeah, and I had Cuphead for that. So, best strategy game, we both picked the same one. We both picked Halo Wars 2. And then for best,
It's the only one.
yeah, well, that's what we were saying too. So, and best sports and driving game, I guess you and Rob were stuck with the only one there too, which was Forza 7. So,
Well, it's not the only one. There was a lot of driving games, but it is the best one.
It's the only one that really counts.
it's the only one that matters.
Yeah.
All right, so
There you go.
best shooter, we got a variety here. So, Rob, what about yourself? What do you got for best shooter?
So an actual shooter for me is Skyforce Reloaded. This game is amazing, fantastic, love it. Double thumbs up.
Okay. Mark, what'd you pick?
I had Sniper Elite 4. Loved that game.
All right. And so here's the controversy about my pick. I picked PUBG. So, because it is by far the best shooter of the year in my mind. Actually,
you can't. You can't say. Okay, so I put in best game preview.
right.
Okay. Specifically, so you can say PUBG if you wanted to. I don't think we can say PUBG out because of the fact that it's not released. Even today on PC, it's not released. I don't think you can stick it in that category. That's why we created this game preview category. Which game do you think is the best game preview?
Okay.
Maybe PUBG won't be there for you, but I think it's the only place it can fit.
Okay. Well, then, so I was
that's just
that's
my
fine.
personal opinion.
Well, unfortunately,
Didn't we
both our
Didn't we
game
run into this last year.
yeah, a little bit. But unfortunately, it's like our best game preview that we both have listed wouldn't count as a game preview because it's not a preview, it's a beta. So, okay, well, the one thing is I was torn between. So here's the reason why I picked PUBG. Just to say is I paid money for the game. I've played the game and it's the game that I've played the most this year. I know I spent more time on the PC version of it, but that's why I picked it. But it's okay because I was torn between that game and another one in case, the issue with it being a preview and stuff came along. And my shooter of the year would be Ghost Recon Wildlands then. Because the game was awesome. That game, very large game. There's a lot to do in there. And we'll see another category a little bit later where I picked it. But so I would say Ghost Recon Wildlands. But all right. Best multiplayer, which is I'll go first on this one. Mine was Wildlands. That's why I picked on there because I loved getting in with friends and sneaking around and everybody lining up, people saying I got this guy, and then performing, shots and taking down the enemy and stuff like that. It was very coordinated type thing, and Ghost Recon games are really fun with friends. So, but what do you got, Mark?
I actually went with Star Wars Battlefront 2. I've had a lot of fun playing with friends in this game. I think more than probably any other game I've done this year. Um, it's just fun, especially when you get a team of four of you together and you go into the heroes and villains mode. And you get to play as all the Star Wars heroes and work together to protect your target and try to take out their target. And it's just a lot of fun.
All right. Best indie game? Or Rob didn't have a best multiplayer.
No, I
game,
didn't.
So oh, okay. Best indie game? Is there any other choice on this one?
Well, no, you'll probably pick some PlayStation game that no one's ever heard of, but that's all right.
No, I picked Cuphead. Cuphead absolutely deserves, in my mind, the indie game, so for sure. But
Yeah, I went Cuphead as well. It's I just think it's amazing on the gameplay, the visuals, the music, every aspect. The only thing I don't like is I would really like a really, 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 really easy level. It would have been nice to have a not so complicated, even their easy is hard. And I know that's the type of game it is, and it's designed to be that way. But I think it would appeal to even more people if there was at least that option to really allow someone to play through that wanted to, and just ease it up a bit. Would have been nice, but still a fantastic game.
all right, Rob.
Skyforce Reloaded.
All right. You've been playing a lot of that,
Yes.
as we all know.
Yes.
So, all right. Best game preview, since I wasn't allowed picking in the shooter, mine's PUBG. So.
Oh, jeez.
He changed it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would have to because that's, but go ahead. So.
No, that's okay. I actually went with Fortnite. I said Fortnite Battle Royale. I did enjoy Fortnite, the regular game. I think that was a lot of fun, but the Battle Royale mode is really fun. And PUBG is intense, but the Battle Royale, I think Fortnite's almost funner to play. It's more of a light-hearted version of PUBG. It's basically the same game, but you can build stuff. You can build walls up to protect yourself. So if you're getting down to the last few people, you can actually basically build yourself a little fort, and it gives you a little bit more cover. As they're trying to shoot your fort, you could shoot out the window at them. It's just you can get a bush as an item in the game, and then you put that on, and you're running around as a bush. And which is funny. I mean, you can still hide in the bushes, but now you take your bush with you. So it's just funny to see the bushes running around. Also now for Christmas, they've actually put Christmas lights on those bushes.
So I was getting ready to say, man, I laughed my rear end off when I saw that. It's little things like that, like in any game, just little things like that just make things fun. And that was hilarious. I saw that. I'm like, oh my gosh, they have Christmas lights on the bushes. So.
Yeah, and I mean, I know PUBG is a phenomenon, but this game really kind of came out of nowhere. It was just all of a sudden, it's like, boom, here it is. They put their version out, and it's like, okay, I know what the controls do. I know how to play this. It's not hard. It doesn't stutter. It runs great. It's more lighthearted. It's a blast to play. And I will say this too. I was watching, can't remember what it's called. I think it's Channel 1 on Mixer. They have this weekly show that they do, and I watched it just the other day. And I think a lot of people would imagine that PUBG is the number one most watched game, and it's actually not. It's number 2. Fortnite Battle Royale is the number one watched game on Mixer. So more people are watching it than PUBG. And that's pretty darn impressive. And I'm not knocking PUBG in any way. I really am not. But they're taking their time, and it's been almost a year that they've been in preview on the PC. They're finally releasing this week. As far as I know, the game is only going to have 2 maps. I don't know if there's going to be more maps in the retail. I would hope so.
There's
but
only
Fortnite
in 1.0, you're only getting the 2 maps. You're only getting 2 maps in the release of PUBG on the PC.
And there's more than that in Fortnite. I mean, it's just
Fortnite
it's
has
like
more.
Fortnite's a complete product. It's done. It's finished, and they're adding new stuff to it. So I don't want people to lose sight of it. Also, I can't help but say it. It's free.
Fortnite has more than one
map. It's a
free-to-play
game.
Yeah. Fortnite only has 1 map.
Well, I don't believe so. I'll double check.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's more than one. But
and the one thing about this is like what I was kind of saying as far as Fortnite doesn't really count as a game preview because it's technically Battle Royale's a beta. And the one thing that the benefit of Fortnite has, well, actually, before I get into this, people will now see kind of what I've been saying about how Fortnite and PUBG can exist in the same world because they're a battle royale game, be the last one to survive, but they have so much differences between the two that they can exist together and they're both a blast. So starting out that way. But I did hear a lot of comparison because when we're talking about people bashing PUBG right off the bat and comparing it to Fortnite, we got to remember that Fortnite Battle Royale is built off a finished game. All the assets are done. All the game engine was done.
Well, technically it's not done.
What? Fortnite is not done?
Technically it's not done. Fortnite is not. Fortnite is a beta or a preview. It is still in beta. It is not officially releasing until next year. And when it releases, it will be free to play. Fortnite right now is $60.
Right.
But when it launches, it's gonna be a free to play game.
Yeah, see, I forgot about that whole thing.
Yeah, that's why it's in game preview.
Oh, okay. That's why you say game preview. Okay, I got you now.
Game preview program or it's beta, it's not officially released yet.
Right.
That's right.
So
yeah.
But
yeah, they also got 4 more years. I mean, extra 4 years of development does works wonders. So, but yeah. So okay, I got you. I got where you're saying preview.
But when did they start working on Battle Royale?
When PUBG came out and took the world by storm.
Right, and they put it out. Boom! It was out before PUBG was on Xbox, and it runs great, runs smooth. It's like a retail release game.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's why I have to give it to them. Yeah. It doesn't matter that they. Again, I'm not knocking PUBG.
Oh, no,
I know Epic has got a much larger group of people working in the games, but it runs so well. It's not clunky. You don't have frame rate problems. You get in and you can stay connected. But they're different games. There's room for both of them. I like both. Mm-hmm. I've bought both. I paid a lot of money for Fortnite. Bought PUBG. So that's not the issue. I'm just saying, for me, which one's better? Fortnite's playable.
Right.
PUBG will get there, and I don't hold anything against them. And it's a fun, intense game. But I know there's not all the controller issues and trying to figure out what to do. And it's Fortnite is streamlined, easy to play, easy to shoot, easy to do inventory. It's like they got it figured out. PUBG's got a long way to go figuring out how to make this work on a console. All they did was port a PC game, and that's not going to work. They've made it too hard. You're going to have to either take some stuff out to consoleize it, if you will. But yeah, they've got a long way to go.
Yeah.
But anyways, that has nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, and the bad part is, and that's another thing I was going to say earlier was a lot of people comparing the ease of use with the inventory on PUBG because, you can hold like 5 things and, you have your guns and guns either have scopes on them or they don't have scopes on them and you have your 4 or 5 different guns. I said that the hardest part with that PUBG has to come back with is they have guns with attachments and some guns have like 6 1, 2, 4 attachments, 4 or 5 attachments on it. And I was like, you got to go over and move over to each little box. I mean, the inventory stuff on that needs a lot of work, but yeah, sorry. But
yeah, it'll get there.
Cool. All right. So, game of the year then.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, I have to change mine.
Yeah, you do.
So I have a problem because I was picking PUBG, and the reason why I picked PUBG is obviously because everybody else is including PUBG in this year's game of the year. They're not going to include PUBG in next year.
We're not everybody. We're not
So,
everybody else.
I know.
Well, I'll tell you what, Braun. I'll give you this. PUBG comes out on PC, final version, or the retail release version, if you will, on a Wednesday. So if you want, I guess we can let you keep it there.
Yeah. I win one. No.
It will be out.
Yeah. And the only reason, and I'm not saying this, the reason why I choose to pick that is because that is the game I spent the most on this year. It's been that and Battlefield 1. But if I couldn't pick it, Ghost Recon Wildlands would have been my game of the year. So it's not like I didn't have a secondary. If we say, let's go with Xbox, my Xbox game of the year that I played this year is Ghost Recon Wildlands. That's what I'll go with. So if PUBG releases next year, I'll pick PUBG next year unless it gets beat by something else. So
Fortnite Battle Royale Mode 2.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, and the thing is like,
with
you know,
tutorial included.
yeah. So and the thing with that is like it doesn't matter. It's not like I'm handing out awards or winning money or anything. So I'll pick Wildlands. I think that game was that game was a blast. So
It's what spoke to you. I mean, that's what matters. So
yeah.
I mean, I don't care what platform it's on. Like I said, if you wanted to pick Horizon Zero Dawn, that's fine. It's what we played, so it can be on any console. Rob can
Yeah.
pick a mobile game. You know, it doesn't matter. I might pick mine, Solitaire or something from PC. Yeah.
So
It's what we've played. This is our favorite game. We don't discriminate, so
Yeah.
it's fine of
All right.
what you pick.
mine would be
Good
PUBG
t-shirt.
then, if that's the case. All right.
So, all right. For my game of the year, really came down to two games: Sniper Elite 4 and Ghost Recon Wildlands. And I picked Ghost Recon Wildlands because I love Sniper Elite 4. I think it was the best game in the series. It was really, really good. But when I come down to it, I got to look at the whole package. And Ghost Recon Wildlands, I'm sure I spent a lot more time in it. I played with other people in it, where the multiplayer on Sniper Elite it's there. It can be fun, but it's just not got a big audience. I had a blast with playing with other friends this year in Ghost Recon Wildlands. The DLCs were good. One of them was good. One of them sucked. They added new stuff. They're continuing to evolve that game, and it's nice to see that continuing. I'm actually hoping there's going to be more content for this game next year. So I picked that as my game of the year. Absolutely had fun with it.
Cool. Rob?
All right, Rob. I don't even know what this is you've got down here.
I'm trying to decipher what it is too.
Oh, come on, guys. You know what this is. So my game of the year, Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus.
Jeez. Okay. Nobody can see our notes that we jot down and stuff, but it says WSIITNC, and I'm like, what?
We should have known.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Wolfenstein. All right. Congrats.
So.
All right. Cool. I like this one. Worst game of 2017. What do you got, Mark?
Wait a minute. I don't think I like what you got in there. But aren't you missing a number after that first one?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'll do that.
I had to put in Mass Effect Andromeda. For me, this was a huge letdown. I was a big Mass Effect fan, and this game just, in my opinion, sucked. I know there's others out there that loved it, but I would say, based on the fact that the game has now been canceled, that more people followed my opinion than others. But hey, thanks for the cheer, Cornbread.
Yeah.
it just wasn't up to the level of what it was before. I had to like force myself to play through it and finish it. And I was just so glad when it was over. I almost quit. But it was just kind of like by the time I decided that this wasn't going to get any better, because I kept going, I'll give it time, maybe it'll improve. And by the time I got to the point where I'm like, this isn't getting any better, I just sunk so much time into it. I'm like, let me just finish it up. But yeah, I would say it's my worst game of this year was that Mass Effect Andromeda.
It's funny. I had to read what yours was to even remember that game came out this year, because I didn't finish it either.
Yeah.
I fell out of it. And I was having fun with it, but I fell out of it.
And I think you can't. I don't think you can go with these others. To be honest with you, I think you're picking for the wrong reason. But did you even play these?
I
remember it's games we played.
I know my real game that I had in there before I put that in there was also Mass Effect, because I was trying to think of what it was, and I read yours, and I'm just like, man, was there anything else worse than that for me this year? And I couldn't think of anything, because I really didn't buy too many games this year. So mine would be Mass Effect as well, but the what I had in here for everybody I was wondering is I put Battlefront 2 and Destiny 2. And I said, sacrificing your game and community to try to make an extra buck. That's the reason why you got the worst games of 2017.
We should have the worst and best devs of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, we really should add that in, because, that I think that does make it is a big deal. EA and Activision both said, let's suck our consumers dry. Let's take advantage of them. Let's just milk them for everything they got. And then you've got developers like Ubisoft, who are turning things around. Like they just, you can buy season 3 of Rainbow Six Siege, which that game is going into its 3rd year,
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually grown. Wildlands continues to get more content. Their games, like Ubisoft's putting in a longevity without trying to nickel and dime everybody, at least at the moment. And I think that says a lot. I think Ubisoft is a great publisher. I like what they've done, and where EA and Activision are going the opposite way of being anti-consumer. Maybe we need to put that category in and have it there next year too, and see if our feelings change or things change.
Yeah, the funny part is like EA screwed up multiple times this year. They screwed up with Mass Effect, and they screwed up royally with Battlefront 2, because like I said a couple weeks ago, I was like, man, how hard do you have to try to screw up a Star Wars game? It's like, how hard do you have to try to screw up a Star Wars game? Because I really do.
All the stuff they did is actually probably a lot of coding, so I think they have to try pretty hard.
Yeah, and that's the thing with Battlefront 2. I put the blame solely on EA, because I do believe it was EA saying you have to put this in your game, in our game. But when it comes to Destiny 2, I don't put the blame on Activision. I put the blame on Bungie, because Bungie is the maker of this game. Activision is just publishing. EA owns DICE. Activision does not own Bungie. So Bungie could absolutely say, no, we're not going to put that in our game. But they did anyways. And it's not in the contract or anything like that for their 10-year deal, because it wasn't in the first Destiny. So it's not like they rewrote a contract to say, hey, you have to try to nickel dime your consumers. It was just the road they started down in Destiny 1, and now people are fighting back for it. So
yeah, and Lethal Migraine mentioned also the Division just got a 10+ gig update for free with new modes, new maps. That's right, they extended the area of the map, and you can go into the docks now. And it's just, that's another Ubisoft title. They have done great. Which is interesting, because it's all 3 games are Tom Clancy games.
Yeah.
So they are definitely showing love to the Tom Clancy name in that series. So hopefully Ubisoft will continue that. because if people, they're going to continue to play your game, and if you make it worth it, we'll buy paid DLC and we'll buy the sequels and stuff. But when you milk us for every nickel and dime, we just have no desire to play your games.
Yeah.
You're going to get some people that will spend a lot of money on it, but you're alienating a larger base. I think you could be even more successful if you were reasonable about your product.
Yeah. And I forgot about the Division. So that was a good game as well. I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
So most oh, sorry, go
one
ahead,
thing
Rob.
real quick that I was thinking about earlier today, actually, about EA and all of this that they've gotten themselves into lately. It's like, what are the roots of this company? I mean, I remember them back in the old C64 days, and they had some great games like Racing Destruction Set. There's another game called Archon. It was kind of like a chess-ish kind of game. They did Battle Chess. That was another. It's another chess game. 7 Cities of Gold. That was just such a great game, and it's like, back then. I mean, this is sometime in the 80s. I don't think it was in the 90s. I think it was still mid 80s, late 80s. In their youths, they put out some great games, and now they've grown into this huge monolith, acquiring all these other companies, and they're just basically rolling people for money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember
Dogs.
Desert Strike? Was it Desert Strike or Jungle Strike? The little helicopter game? Do you guys remember that? It was like on Sega. It's like you're the little helicopter. Oh man, that was like one of my favorite games growing up. Such a good game, but yeah. What about your worst game, Rob? You didn't have one down. I didn't know if you had one, or all your games just awesome.
Yeah,
The 4 you played.
Let's go with that.
Okay.
I really didn't have one to list for this.
Wolfenstein-the, the new Colossus.
Absolutely not.
All right. So our last category of 2017, which is looking forward to into 2018. But what's our most anticipated game? I know we say game, but I think all of us have games written down because it is hard to just pick one. But who wants to go first?
Yeah,
Go ahead, Rob.
So for me, there's a couple. Far Cry 5 is definitely an easy one. Ori, Will of the Wisps is another game that I think is due in 2018. The first Ori was amazing, difficult, but it was really good. Metro Exodus is another one I'm really looking forward to. However, I'm really thinking that this is one of those games where I might not be able to play it because it'll freak me out too much. You know what I'm talking about, Mark?
Yeah.
like Alien versus Aliens or whatever that game was. Alien versus Predator.
Yeah. It was AVP.
Yeah, because I was getting a little freaked out even by the old Metro games, but this one looks amazing. And lastly, one that I'm really looking forward to as well is Wargroove. So on the Nintendo, was it the Game Boy Advance? They had a game called Advance Wars, and this was an amazing, simple game. I used to play it at the airports all the time while I'm waiting for my flights for work as I was traveling. And this is basically Advance Wars on the Xbox One. It's a turn-by-turn strategy game, kind of like XCOM-ish, sort of. The graphics are very basic, pixel graphics, but it's supposed to be basically like a big, what do they call it, an homage or something like that for Advance Wars. So looking forward to that. That's it.
Cool. Mark?
All right, so Far Cry 5, I'm looking forward to that a lot. I'm also looking forward to Red Dead Redemption 2. And I hate to say it, but The game that shall not be named.
Yeah, it's not coming out next year.
I'm imagining it's still going to get scrapped and canceled, but if Crackdown 3 does come out next year, I'm going to be very, very happy.
Yeah.
So,
Cool. So I have Sea of Thieves, Anthem, which Anthem I know is targeted for 2018, but that's one of those ones where I was debating on putting it on there because I really don't know if it's going to make it in 2018.
it's also an EA game.
Yeah. And I have Red
Microtransaction City.
Yeah. And I have Red Dead 2. Now, the one game that I have on here, except for Wing's rant last week ruined it, is A Way Out. So that's a game that was like one of my favorite games I saw during E3, but I do agree with you when a guy goes up and makes a complete idiot of himself, like that, it does kind of like ruin. It does ruin it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like I wouldn't keep. I know he's like probably the main person for the game, but it's like I wouldn't keep somebody employed in my organization that would act that way.
It's his game.
Yeah, and it is his game, so it's kind of like, well,
Right.
you know, but
Well, you never know. EA might drop him because he made comments, not necessarily negative. He didn't like throw EA under the bus, but he kind of did.
Yeah, and my thing is it's not what the content. How do I want to say this? It's not what he was saying to whom. It's
him being a moron.
It was him dropping the F-bombs and stuff like that. It's like he could say everything he wanted to say there without cursing. And I agree with you. I curse like a sailor any other time.
He couldn't.
Yeah, well, you know, I say bad words all the time. You know, I don't say it in front of my kids and stuff, but you're absolutely correct. Like, hey, if my kids were watching that, you know, what are you doing? Like, why are you acting that way? But
right.
And I did see somebody was saying like A Way Out, it being like a 4 or 5 hour game and it being $30. It's not going to be $60. It's going to be $30. And there's like, I'll pass. I think it was somebody in our community. And I just want to be like, dude, we pay.
Yeah, it's a $30 game, and you actually get a copy to give away to somebody.
Yeah.
So that you can find your co-op player and play that game. But my understanding is, it's actually very short.
Yeah, it's 4 to 5 hours, but then you got to think that's 4 to 5 hours if you go all the way through, and you get to play it twice. It's got replayability because you just switch the characters and then you get to see the other part of the game. So don't pass on something because it's not $60. Here we are, we talk about games being too expensive, sometimes not expensive enough. You know, they got to throw all the microtransactions stuff. Like, here's a game that's 4 or 5 hours of gameplay, and you're getting it for $30. You know, plus if you double it, that's 10 hours of gameplay. I'm sorry, people spend $70, $80 on games that have a 3 hour story in it. So, you know, don't overlook something because it doesn't meet $60, because $60 does not mean good. So,
but feel free to overlook this because of the fact that the guy making the game is a complete moron.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's, you know, so, I agree to that. But all right. How big's your recap, Rob? Is it super big?
No, it's
Can you
really
crank
quick.
through it? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So a couple of things happened this past week. First off, the Xbox Store got the filtering options for everybody. It was in insiders only mode, about 2-3 weeks ago, something like that. Now it's available for everybody. Basically, in the store, you can filter, by type, category, price. There's a whole bunch of options now. So chances are you've probably already seen it. And then lastly, on Xbox One X and Xbox One S, YouTube is now 4K. So an update came out. The regular Xbox does not get it because it's not a 4K console. So S and X only. And that's it.
All right. So a couple things here. Our next thing is Mr. Wingman's rant of the week, but I want to say something real quick, Mark. Is your audio is not doing well? It's been broken up the whole entire time. Do you still want to do your rant, or do you want to hold it to where you're on your PC and we can hear you clearly? Because I mean, you're very. I don't know if you've listened to any of it, but you're broken up really pretty bad.
Well, I can't hear myself.
I know, but I don't think you had it open on any other thing. So.
No, I don't have it open anywhere else.
Okay.
I can try to come back on the PC and just have Skype running only. We can try that.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
All right. So let me.
Well, why don't we
I
go,
can turn my mic.
while he's switching, why don't we go through the email?
Yep, we will. So we're going to come back to the rant. I'd rather people be able to hear him because I know our last week's show, I got a couple comments on the audio being up and down and very loud, very quiet, very loud, very quiet. So I know this week's going to be pretty rough.
Loud and I was quieter for some reason.
Yeah. So.
So.
But all right. So real quick on the community, if you go to thisxboxlife.com, the easiest way to get a hold of us and be a part of the community section of the show, you can send a voicemail, which we have a giveaway for a voicemail this week. But you go to thisxboxlife.com, click send voicemail on the right-hand side, follow the prompts, it sends it in. If you go in the top right-hand corner of the site, there's a contact button. If you click that, you can fill out a form, and it'll send us an email, which we'll read on the show. But you can also feel free to record yourself in MP3 format, let's say on your phone or anything like that. And when you do that, you can email it directly to contact@thisxboxlife.com. So our giveaway this week was for a copy of PUBG for the Xbox One. I have that, and all we were asking, we put it on Facebook and we put it on Twitter. All you had to do is send us a voicemail telling us your game of the year, and we said it could be any game. It doesn't have to be an Xbox game. One person sent in a voicemail. So this one person is actually winning the copy of this game, and all it took him was, let's see, how long? 51 seconds. So 51 seconds got him a copy of PUBG. So Nintendo 79, here is his voicemail.
And stickers.
Hi there, this Xbox Life. Mark, Rob, and Brun. Hope you guys are having a great holiday season. This is Nintendo 79. I was leaving a message about the Game of the Year for 2017. My personal pick for Game of the Year, and this is just from games that I have actually played this year. On Xbox, to me, it's definitely Cuphead. Cuphead is just an amazing game, especially for $20. You can pick it up for $20. Has hours of gameplay. Yes, it's hard, but it's fair, and it's beautiful. The sound design, the control, the gameplay, all top notch. So that is my pick for Game of the Year for the Xbox platform for 2017. Thanks, guys, and keep it up. Have a great show.
All right. So, thanks, Nintendo 79, for your voicemail. And I'll be getting to you your code for PUBG. So, we did have one email. So, this is a long one. Jeez, Naughtius Maximus. You wrote a book. No, just kidding. So, Rob, why don't you?
All right. So Naughtius writes in, Wing my man, I've got some bad news for you on that paltry 5 credits per day you're getting for logging into Battlefront 2. You were wondering at how long you'd keep it up? Well, I started collecting the daily Dravatar Awards from Forza Motorsport 5 when it first released in mid-November of 2013. What a cool idea, I thought. You know, the award you get because someone on your friends list has supposedly been racing against your Dravatar. Are there really 3 people out there from my friends list still playing Motorsport 5? It averages 3,500 or so credits daily, and I've been collecting them every day with a few exceptions, since the game came out. So here we are, 4 years and 1 month later, and I have collected a whopping 5,232,500 credits from this activity in this game alone. Just another 4 years of doing this, and I should be able to buy one of those $10 million Ferraris. In other terms, I guess you could say that I've collected about 11 times as much as Turn 10 gives me every week from logging into the Forza hub for this game. I'm working my way back to Tier 12, which I lost when they released Forza Motorsport 6, Apex on the PC, which I am unable to play. No PCs in this household, and this one takes a gaming PC anyway. What makes matters worse for me is they added Forza Horizon 2, and I started doing the daily 3,500 on that one. Then Motorsport 6, then Horizon 3, and now Motorsport 7. So now, 4+ years later, I'm doing daily collections on 5 different Forza games alone, plus the mobile games on which I'm doing something similar. I'm starting to wonder at what point I will no longer be able to play any games at all because I'm too busy logging in to collect a tiny sum of virtual credits. Somebody up there really hates us obsessive compulsive types.
All right.
True that.
Yeah.
That's yeah. I do, just for the record, I do get more than 5 credits, but it's not much. It's like 75 a day or something. Pretty paltry. So yeah, it'll probably take about 8 years to unlock a Star Wars hero just using your daily credits.
All right. A couple more things before we get back to the rant. If you go to twitter.com/thisXboxLife, that is our Twitter account. If you would have been there, you would have noticed we were giving away a copy of PUBG this week. Also, our main area for communicating with our community, or where we all gather and chat, is Facebook. Let's see, it'd be thisXboxLife.com/Facebook. So that'll take you there. Just request, we just kind of take a glance and approve or deny. I don't think we've denied very many people. And so before we do this week, all right, Mark, warning, rant in progress.
Are we ready?
Yes, go for it.
Let's do this.
Before your internet
All
or computer crashes on you.
Yeah, no kidding. So, all right. So, I do have something for the weekly rant, and it actually happened really quickly this week, the day after last rant. So, I had pre-ordered PUBG, and the only way that it seemed like you could get this, you couldn't pre-order digitally through the console, which didn't bother me. I'm like, you know what? Amazon gives you 20% off. For Prime members, you get 20% off video games, and you still get free retail release shipping. So I ordered this thing, this thin little box, just simply to get a stupid code on the back of this card, right? This is all I needed, was the code. So my first rant is at Amazon. Why do you have to mail me something? It's digital. It's a digital copy. Just send me the code. That's all I need, an email. That's what I was expecting when I got this. And then on like Sunday, I got a text saying your package is shipped. I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't, so then I'm panicking. Like, oh, did they send me a physical copy? It said digital. I only wanted digital. I've gotten emails from them before I buy gift cards from them all the time to give away to our community. And it's like, I go in, I buy it. 2 minutes later, I have an email from Amazon with the code. So instead, they had to send me a box that they had to pay to ship on, which doesn't make sense. Why would they want to spend more money than just send me the freaking code? Oh, well, you get these awesome stickers. Whoop-de-friggin' do. I don't want them. I don't care. I'm not a sticker guy. I don't need stickers. There's nothing. There's the box, some flimsy piece of paper, the stickers, and then this card that has a freaking code on it. The game's not in here. You could have just sent me the damn code. So that's part one. Part two. Oops, I swore. Sorry. Yeah, well, we got the warning up. Part two. United States Postal Service, you guys suck. You know, I get, you couldn't even deliver it on time. You know, you couldn't even, this light little flimsy package, you couldn't get to my house on time. So, and then I get a note saying, oh, well, the Postal Service tried to deliver your package, but they were unable to. So they left you a note. No note, no nothing. I didn't get anything. The next day, the thing was in my mailbox. So I was really ticked off at the post office, and I still am. Our postal person is terrible. They're too lazy to walk my packages up to my front door. They leave them in front of my garage door. I live in Washington State. It's winter time. All it does is rain. So instead of putting them on my front porch, which has a nice roof over it, you're going to leave everything out there by the garage so that it can get wet. Thank you. So I ended up getting the game, Wednesday. It showed up Wednesday. So that's when I got it. Okay, so it's not really a big deal, right? It's so what? It's just a game. You could wait one day. It's not a big deal. It's the fact that they all lied. I've heard this from other people who've been frustrated at Amazon because they can't seem, all of a sudden their stuff's not arriving on game release day. Other people I've seen complain about it. And it's like, I didn't even need anything shipped to me. It's digital. Send me a freaking code. And then so I thought more about it. I was like, wait a minute. Amazon sent me a thing saying the post office tried to deliver it, but were unable to, like it was my fault. All right. And they said they left you a note. There was no note. So now I'm starting to go, other people are having problems. Is Amazon really not shipping these things? And they're doing it like 3-day delivery to try to save money on the shipping. And because there was no note and it was in my mailbox the next day. So I don't think then I started to think about it. I don't think the post office actually did attempt to deliver it on that Tuesday or whatever day it was coming out. I don't think they had it until the following day. So I'm beginning to think that there's little something here with the whole Amazon thing. It's not adding up, but I don't know. I don't have proof. I've never had a problem getting a package from the mail postal before at our house. It shows up, so I don't know, but it really irritated me that they couldn't just send me the code digitally. It's so stupid that they're going to send you a box. That's dumb. And then to have it not even arrive, and maybe the postal person just didn't want to get out of the truck that day, so they just held on to it and said, "Oh, I'll give it to him tomorrow." When you were at the mailbox, idiot. And then, or maybe Amazon is trying to lie about it and not really shipping stuff in time for us to get it. I don't know what the case is, but either way, I was really irritated and I'm freaking mad at both people. So anyways, enough of that. I think there was a third one I had, but I'll wait. That's enough ranting.
So number 3, let me continue your rant, is let me yell at Microsoft. So, okay, the reason why you have to get a box, well, this isn't the excuse for Amazon. The reason why you had to get a box is because you can't digitally or order digital code from Xbox.com for pre-order for a preview game or something, which is just silly. So I pre-ordered the copy I'm giving away because it's like, oh, I'm going to pre-order my game like I do any other Xbox game. I go on, it says, even on Xbox.com, it says pre-order the game. I pre-ordered it. I clicked through all the things, and then all of a sudden I'm getting a code. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, we're shipping your code. And I'm like, what? Like, why are you shipping my code? So I ordered on Monday. Or I ordered on Sunday. So then all of a sudden I have to order it again. I have to pay for it a second time so I could play it right away. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, this works. We just couldn't pre-order it. And then I had to get this code, thing with a code on it. It's just silly as it was. But them saying you couldn't pre-order a preview game is bullcrap because Microsoft on their site says pre-order now, and you clicked it, and the only thing that stated, so this was the argument on my thing, is the only thing that stated that it was coming in a box was the very last line of the description of the game. I've been playing this game for months. I don't need to read the description of what I'm buying, let alone it be the last 4 things. This is a box with a code in it at the very bottom of the description. I was so mad. You've already heard this, Mark, but so I just tacked onto your rant. But
that's quite all right. So.
Yeah. So, all right. Now let's cycle through some images. Rob, what's out this week? Earn your keep.
All right. All right. Will do. So for the week of December 18th through the 24th, we have only a few things here. On the 19th, we have Defunct. On the 20th, we have Life is Strange Before the Storm, Episode 3, Hell is Empty, and also Raining Blobs. And lastly, on December 22nd, we have Boomball 3. And this is a Kinect title. And that's it. So a very short week for the holiday week here.
Right.
Games with Gold just did a little switcheroo the other day. For Xbox One, we continue with Warhammer End of Times Vermintide. And brand new to the scene is Back to the Future, the game, 30th Anniversary Edition. And yes, it's a Telltale game. But it's different. Right, Mark?
It is.
Yes, yes. And Xbox 360, we have Marlo Briggs and the Mask of Death. This is also backwards compatible, so make sure to grab it if you have an Xbox One. And I think probably most of our listeners do. And lastly, just a couple more days here before Christmas, if you celebrate that. And if you're going to be making any last-minute holiday purchases on Amazon, make sure to use our affiliate link. You can find that at our website, thisxboxlife.com. Click on the Amazon logo. Each and every time you make your purchases, doesn't cost you anything extra, but it's a great way to support the show. And you can also find that at thisxboxlife.com/Amazon. It'll take you to a landing page. Click UK or US store, and then do the same thing. You do not have to buy just Xbox stuff. So even if you get your skin cream for your bags under your eyes or whatever, from all the game playing that you've been doing, or a pillow for your back because your back hurts from playing too many games, whatever you are purchasing on Amazon, you can support the show. And lastly, if you're an iTunes user, find our show on there, give us a 5-star rating. The more 5-star ratings we get, the more we get bumped up in their listings, more folks can find out about the show. So that's another great way to support the show. And I believe that's it for the show. You guys have anything else?
Just want to say that The Last Jedi is amazing. Great movie. Saw it twice this weekend.
Oh, very good. I haven't seen it yet, but I plan on it. So, no, I don't have anything. Thank you for everybody who has subbed while we were away. I saw, S2 Photos subbed on Monday. Nighthawk70 subbed on Wednesday. The Cornbread just cheered, 1,500 cheers. So thank you very much for everybody who's supporting the show. We do really appreciate it. So, but nope. Let's sign off. Mark, I'm going to hop online and show you some Sea of Thieves, and then I can go to bed. So
Okay.
But all right, everybody. Quick reminder again: we are off next week. I think all 3 of us are going to be recording. Our next recording will be on January 1st, so Monday, January 1st.
Yes.
Yep. So, but we will see everybody then. So I'm Brun BJ Swick 33.
I'm Rob, also known as Presar. Thanks for listening.
Mark, AK Wingman 709, taking off.